Embracer Group has officially bought the rights to Lord of the Rings. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Sigmas and Gamers, and today we're going to talk about the recent acquisition in where Middle Earth Enterprises are now being owned by the Colossal Video Game Company. And so, yeah, I gotta say, this is actually, a little interesting, but also at the same time very exciting, since I'm pretty excited about this. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into this, shall we? So it starts off saying that Colossal Video Game Holdings Company Embracer Group has entered into an agreement to purchase the rights to Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and will explore opportunities to create new games, movies, and more based on the IP. Embracer has acquired Middle Earth Enterprises from the Zal's Zayans Company, and with the worldwide rights to motion pictures, video game, board games, merchandising, theme parks, and stage productions relating to the writings of J.R. Tolkien, as well as matching the rights to literally works authorized by Tolkien Estate and HarperCollins. And the majority of Lord of the Rings media to be released in the last few decades is ultimately owned by Middle Earth Enterprises, with aspects being licensed out for the creation of the likes of Peter Jackson's film trilogies, which are Lord of the Rings video games, and so on. Embracer has said that the plans to collaborate with both established and new recipients of these new licenses and will explore the other opportunities, including additional movies based on iconic characters such as Gandalf, Aragorn, Gollum, Galadriel, Eowyn, and other characters from Tolkien's work. Interesting. So maybe we might actually could get a sequel to the Lord of the Rings film trilogy. Well, that could actually make or break it, since you know what I know about Star Wars and all that jazz. So I'm truly excited to have Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, one of the world's most epic fantasy franchises, join the Embracer family, opening up more transmedia opportunities, including the synergies across the global group, says Lars, or whatever your name is, founder of the group and CEO of Embracer. I am thrilled to see what lies in the future for this IP with Free Mode and Asmodee as the startup within the group. And going forward, we also look forward to collaborating with both existing and new external licenses of our increasingly stronger IP portfolio. And then, so Embracer didn't specify how much the acquisition costs, but it also acquired several other companies, including the Chivalry developer, Tripwire Interactive, and Tuxedo Labs, and more, and declaring its expenses of the world bundled to 8.2 billion Swedish krona and around $787 million. And the Zal's company announced its intention to sell Middle Earth Enterprises earlier this year, with Amazon thought to be the front runner at the time, given the imminent premiere of the Ring of Power series, which I guarantee you is absolute poop right there. So yeah, so Embracer has proven itself to be a publishing powerhouse. However, perhaps most notably acquiring the 3 Square Enix developers back in May. And so yeah, I gotta say, this is actually a very interesting acquisition. First it started off with earlier this year we had Microsoft buying Bethesda, Activision, and all that jazz, as I covered in one of my previous videos back in January or sometime in February. And so yeah, since Amazon's kind of doing a very terrible job at handling this upcoming Lord of the Rings TV series, which is gonna be absolutely subpar in my opinion, and it's already subpar right out of the gate. And so yeah, I hope this is actually for the best, and who knows, because maybe we could actually get a remake of the Lord of the Rings video games. Aims those old Lord of the Rings video games are based on the original trilogy. Each where they're based on the movies used by Peter Jackson. Pretty please? I hope so. And better yet, try to remake The Hobbit as well. Since a little fun fact for you guys who weren't around back in the early 2000s, there was actually a video game that was based on The Hobbit that came out back in 2003, and sure, it may not be a masterpiece, but it was actually, in my opinion, a really fun experience. And man, there's so many possibilities with now we have this kind of acquisition. But so yeah, and definitely even for more videos like this and wanting me to cover more news on what you can expect for anything that's Lord of the Rings related, definitely subscribe to this channel so that way you get to see what's going on. And if you found it to be helpful and informative, then be sure to drop a like as always, and just to go ahead and hit the bell to be notified when my next video is going to drop, and get your thoughts or opinions based on this recent acquisition. Then go ahead and sign in the comment section below and get a discussion going, because I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you all in the next one.